Good fucking morning, base. Good fucking morning, ladies. How are y'all doing today? We good? We chilling? Fucking New Year's Eve. Fucking New Year's Eve, mate. What about it? We got some little breakfast, pork champ, microwave food today, because cold. I had to scroll up for that one. My sister came home and she's hot as fuck.
Feels okay, man. Wellington 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 feels okay, man. Oh, oh, oh.
I don't think anyone actually can understand any of that. He said violent time. Wellington. Valentine maybe. Valentine, oh shit. 21, oh wait, oh shit, wait, what the fuck? Hey, Australians, you here? Is it 2021 already? For you guys, for real? Oh my god. Time traveler. Wait. Who's next in line? Who's next in line for 2021? Japan? Any Wait, not just Japan though. Wait, Australia again. Wait. Oh my god. Time zones. China in 12 minutes. Oh shit. So there will be like New Year's all over the world popping in at random times today. Now. I mean it's obvious, but I mean what I'm trying to say is that it's not a pre New Year's stream for some people. Eswatini is next. 2 hours until Malaysia. God damn it. It's gonna be the next 4 superpowers. Eswatini, Malaysia, motherfucking I don't even remember. Ecuador. And fucking Turkey. And also fucking Sudan, right? No, not Sudan. Senegal. I don't think I microwaved this long enough, but since we're not a beta pussy, I'm gonna eat it. It's like lukewarm. It's fine. It's fine. It's better to eat something really shitty on the morning of New Year's because you're gonna have a nice meal later, right? Or maybe not all y'all. Feels bad, man. What are you eating today? That's the main dinner. Asian food. Vodka. Bread and water. Beef Wellington. What is beef Wellington again? I have had it, but I forgot. Beef. Multiple people said beef Wellington. It's ground beef? No, you are eating ground beef. Oh. Beef Wellington. Hang on, I'm gonna look this up now. Beef Wellington. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is this filet mignon, right? That you make in the oven. Look at Ramsey's video for it. Alright, wait. Wellington. I'm eating just sirloin steak.
Beef Wellington has to be the ultimate indulgence. One of my
ultimate indulgence.
Would definitely be on my last supper menu. My version is a lot lighter and sexier, and for Christmas I'm going to give it an added twist. First off, the fillet of beef. Now, look at it. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
First, the most important part is to sear it. Salt, pepper. The fillet is the leanest and the most expensive cut of beef. It comes from underneath.
Wait, what does he call it?
A part of the animal. Pepper. The fillet is the leanest and the most expensive cut of beef.
Okay, so what is the actual name for this? Huh? What is the actual name for this? Some people used to call it the filet. Some people call it filet mignon. Some people call it sirloin steak. Tenderloin. In Swedish we call it like like ox fillet, but it's not even like ox, right? It's just weird that we call it that for some reason. Fillet is the name of the piece of meat, not the dish. Yeah, I'm talking about the piece of meat. I'm talking about the piece of meat.
Underneath the lower backbone, a part of the
Just
animal
food.
which has very little muscle, and this is what makes it such a tender cut. Very, very hot pan.
Tenderloin.
And literally roll it around the pan. We're not cooking the beef, we're just searing it, which will really help to give another layer of flavour and beef in. Lovely. Now use the side of the pan so the beef sears down the back.
I do this. I use the side of the pan.
To get it done quickly gives that really nice roasted flavour. Delicious. Once you've got the colour, very carefully lift up the beef and sear it on top. And sear it on the bottom. Out and onto the plate. English mustard. What this does now, it gives it a bit of heat. Just lightly brush
Bit of
the
heat.
mustard
What does that even mean?
over the beef. So really important that you do this as the beef comes straight out of the pan. As the beef starts to cool down, it absorbs all that heat from the mustard. Horseradish
Spice,
is a really
oh.
nice alternative as well. Just leave that to sit and relax. As the fillet rests, prepare the filling, which is called a duxelle. Put 700 grams of chestnut mushrooms into a blender. Add a chopped clove of garlic. Season with salt and pepper, and blitz.
It's not ruined. What's wrong with you?
Without chestnuts, and just crumble them in to the mushrooms. The chestnuts
Mushrooms is nice.
Flavour works brilliantly with the earthy taste of the mushrooms, and because they contain more starch and less oil than other nuts, they have a much softer texture that is perfect for the filling.
Mushrooms and onions.
That smells amazing. Smells like Christmas. Once the
Smells like
finely
Christmas.
chopped, cook in a hot, dry pan. This removes the water from the mushrooms and intensifies the flavour.
Is this a Christmas dish or?
You can see the water coming out
I don't know.
instantly.
Yeah.
Such an essential stage, really critical.
Because you have like ham on. Like, why would anyone eat ham if this is on the table? I feel like this is like
Take the mushrooms up even
a
further.
poor dish to put on our Christmas table. Because everyone would just want to eat this instead of the Christmas ham, right? It's kind of
From the pan,
because it's
cool.
expensive and way tastier.
Stage 1, wrapping the beef fillet.
I feel like this definitely is a New Year's
These
thing.
wonderful slices of parma.
Or
And look, beautiful. Overlap it and set it there.
yeah.
So the secret of overlapping the Parma ham is to make sure it contains all those juices coming out of the beef. In the traditional recipe for beef Wellington, a thick chive and spring onion pancake is used instead of ham. But the Parma ham makes the dish much lighter, and its sweet, salty flavour really complements the mushroom and chestnut filling. A little touch of pepper, no salt because the ham is naturally salty. Just a little twist of pepper. And then from there, your mushrooms.
It's true. I don't salt my eggs when I eat egg and bacon because the bacon is naturally salty.
mushrooms go on. Use the
Damn, I could become this guy. Who's this guy?
half an inch from the
He's
ends.
no one compared to me. My knowledge.
No, hop it. Every time there's meat.
Not fucking morning base. Not fucking morning Forsen. How's it going? I'm good. I'm playing Destiny right now and watching stream, enjoying best of both worlds. Anything special today happening? Thanks for the stream, feels okay man, going hard.
Thank you, man. And to answer your question, not really. I talked about it yesterday if I should stream or not on New Year's, but I decided to spend it with my family. So last minute.
Just nip it at the ends and squeeze.
We are. I think we're streaming until like 8. Yeah, I mean, I never stream on New Year's. I never stream on New Year's, but this year with COVID and stuff, I was like a little bit hesitant, but we're not gonna be that many. So
once it's set, it's ready for the final round.
YOLO. You only YOLO once, right?
Puff pastry. Beef. Now, very carefully. First roll the puff pastry.
Yeah, we're streaming for like
2 edges meat.
5 more or 5 hours or 5.5 hours today.
And twist the ends together to ensure the beef is completely sealed in its pastry case. To set that perfectly and get it really nice and firm, to make it really cylinder type, clamp them over
This looks like a lot of work
and just pull that nice and tight.
compared to just putting this bad boy in the pan.
But the big secret behind this is that it can be done the night before. And the tighter the cling film, the better the shape. The more even the shape, the more even it cooks. Put it back in the fridge for 5 minutes to firm up again. Then take off the cling film, always like the perfect Christmas cracker. To give the pastry a lovely rich golden brown colour when it bakes, brush it with egg yolk. And then finally, you don't have to do this, but it's a chefy thing. A little bit of
You're
decoration.
making it tonight? You're making this tonight.
And then just twist and mark the pastry. When it comes out of the oven, it's got that wow factor.
Wow factor. Yo, this is extra tryhard.
Add a generous sprinkle of salt to ensure the pastry becomes lovely and crisp. Then bake in an oven at 200 degrees for around 35 minutes, depending on how rare you like your beef. Once out of the oven, it's crucial you let the Wellington rest for at least 10 minutes. This allows the meat to relax and reabsorb its delicious juices, making sure it's tender and succulent. Nice and gently. Hear that
True.
pastry, how crisp that is. This is the bit we've been waiting for.
Nina was looking at me like I was insane when I said you have to let the meat rest afterwards.
I'm in heaven. And for me,
The first time.
if you want a really nice change to roast turkey, this
It's already dead. What do you mean rest?
smells Christmassy. The chestnuts, the mushrooms, and that nice crisp pastry on the outside. Look at it. I'm ready to die and go to heaven.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think this looks as good as a perfectly well made steak in the frying pan. Because when you cook it in the oven, you don't get the same kind of consistency, I feel like, for some reason. Because it gets cooked through rather than like extreme heat on both sides, leaving the middle kind of like, you know, not hot but not cold, you know, slightly heated. I'm just saying, I think I prefer in the frying pan, I think, but yeah. You know what I would like, actually? Nah, I think it's too late. But fondue is very nice, but I don't have fondue set here in Sweden. That's nice. Anyone eating fondue on fucking New Year's? That's fucking top notch. Yeah, a few people. A few people. I wonder if that is a recipe for Corona though. Wait. I think you have your own little bowls with sauce though. You can have that, right? Mate, it's just fucking cheese. Fucking... You're fucking cheese, dude. It's fucking... You cut steak and dip it in... You cut whatever you want and dip it in the cheese, right? It's not just cheese. No one is just taking a bowl and drinking the cheese. Link Monkai Donut says, here's a New Year map. Alright, let's see. Oh shit. I think we must have just missed someone's New Year. Chinese New Year, maybe. That's not the right terminology because they have a Chinese New Year, but 2021 in China is what I meant to say. 2 minutes ago, I think. In 2 hours for Chinese. Oh. Well, someone said 12 minutes until China. I got tricked then. My bad. Who then? Vladivostok New Year. What the fuck is Vladivostok? What is this? What are we looking at? This is the countries that have had New Year's, or what? Oh. All right. So. Wait, we should be at 9. Hasn't this refreshed? 03. Okay, they just had it in Australia. Up here. Cairns. I thought that was a World of Warcraft hero. Alright. They already had. So who's next? Where's the... Okay, China in 2 hours. Japan in 1 hour. Alright. South Korea. Wait, who's last? Who's absolute last? What time zone is the absolute? 19, dude. It's fucking... It's fucking 20 hours until New Year's in Adak. Check Eswatini. I can't fucking... I don't think you can. Wait. Is this Eswatini? Maseru? I don't think it's on here. It's here somewhere. You missed it. Huh? Alright. Isn't it here? Am I confused? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh wait, Eswatini is the country. It's not the... Here. It's not the city. Right. Sometimes it's the same thing, right? Like with... No, wait. Trying to think. Mbaban. Mexico City. Yeah. Alright. Well, South Korea up next. And Japan. And... Wait, what? How can you have... Wait. Time zones go half an hour? I didn't know that. Time zones... I thought they only went whole hours. What? This is mind-blowing. I thought it, I mean, obviously, like, logically, that's the case. It should go by the minute, but I thought they always rounded up to the nearest, or down to the nearest hour. 23 minutes. Is there anything that's less than like 30 minutes though? Swedish education. Ah, fuck off, dude. Oh, wait, what? Look at this. 36. Look, Australia is so fucked, dude. Look at this shit. 37 minutes until New Year. 24 minutes. 22 minutes until New Year's. No, wait, what the fuck? Okay, sorry, I'm retarded. I'm sorry, I misread that. Okay. Never mind. Anyway, that's weird. I didn't know that actually. I thought they rounded up or down hours. Alright. Let's put this back here. Abdullah, thank you for getting sub. Kikrike, it only says, considering it's 2021 in Straya, this React suits. Chat, get your ha-has ready.
Just a gamer on King. Street in Melbourne. Loosest city in Australia. Let's get it.
Lit, motherfucker lit.
We're just trying to avoid the fucking drug dogs, man. Fuck.
Loosest city in Australia. Where is it?
Melbourne.
Why?
Hello, because we're fucking sick cons. Like, hello.
The fucking people at these joints warn us when there's fucking drug dogs out,
He's
man.
been here 3 times and he thinks he's like fully sick cunt.
So, no, man, I fucking
Settle
love
down,
it.
you're still a virgin. I still fuck my ex-boyfriend. And she doesn't like him. Because
Alright, hang on. Is this guy dying on the inside? I can't grasp the context of this. Is this guy dying on the inside right now?
virgin. I still fuck my ex-boyfriend. And she doesn't like him. Because
And she doesn't like him. Is that what is she saying? She doesn't like him. He? Is she saying he?
fuck my ex-boyfriend. And she doesn't like him. Because
No, she's saying she.
toxic relationships have the best sex.
You know what I'm talking about?
I am, it's all happening,
Yeah,
right?
let's get it.
Have the best sex.
You know what I'm
Toxic
talking about?
I am, it's all happening,
Yeah,
right?
let's get it.
Dude, this guy is fucking dead.
Because toxic relationships have the best sex.
You know what I'm talking
This
about?
guy is
It's
dead.
all happening,
Yeah,
right?
let's get it. Fucking get some bread, boys.
Mate, what's the vibe?
Loosest city in Australia. Where is it?
Melbourne, bro.
Why? Some
It's the
insight.
best city on earth, dude. It never stops.
What are we doing? Apparently they got sniffers or something.
Is this One Direction I heard so much about? I've never seen that.
Some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just there,
But
dude.
you're good though, right?
Of course, bro. I've had
went pop?
nothing
We like
tonight.
dogs.
I've had nothing tonight. Fucking here, cunt. Melbourne.
Fucking here, mate.
Fucking Cloud9, cunt.
Cloud9 cunt? You fucking what, mate?
Cloud9, cunt. Melbourne sound, we ain't fucking around. I'm fucking on, cunt.
Chicks everywhere, mate.
Melbourne, Braz. Hands down, Braz. Tell you why? Because I can get the best speed in the West. That's why. Hey, me and my boy.
Welcome to Melbourne, Australia, the best
Welcome to
country
Melbourne,
in the fucking
Australia.
world, boys. Vai tomar no seu cu, seu filho da putas.
She sucks cock for money, I think.
Your mum.
But it's alright. She's still my mum. I still kiss her on the lips every night. Even when there's a bit of like stuff in her corner, I still go, oh, mum, it's different tasting tonight.
Alright. Rhythms Donuts says, hello Mr. Forrest, the whole dream drama has been pretty much concluded by now. Carl did a great video on it. Also, Happy New Year. I didn't watch his response video actually.
Hello, you absolute legends.
I don't know who Carl is either, but I'm interested.
You have my
It's
attention.
changed. Back when I began this hobby,
Since I didn't
the
watch
most
this video,
notoriety you could ever hope to achieve
I guess
was
he will
having your
summarize
name
it for
printed
me.
in the high score section of a magazine. Of course, no one else would care, but it was cool nonetheless. Speedrunning websites were far too niche for anyone but the speedrunners themselves to even know they existed. No one knew what speedrunning was, no one cared what speedrunning was, and outside of the small group of people you competed with, there was no popularity to be gained. Nowadays, the biggest speedrunners have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of followers. I personally think this is a great thing, and I love the fact that something I've enjoyed for many years is starting to gain traction in the wider gaming community. But increases in popularity don't just bring positive changes. There are catches that need to be considered and addressed. Cheating has always existed in speedrunning, as it has in every competition. But in the past, it was just something that was addressed within communities, and there was no public spectacle about it. When a speedrunner with 14 million subscribers gets accused of cheating by a community, it's a big
watching him
deal.
play triggers
He
me.
wanted to be,
How he
not.
keeps
The
fucking
YouTuber Dream
up.
has the biggest following in speedrunning history, and on the 12th of December, one of his Minecraft speedruns was removed from the leaderboards under the assumption that it was achieved while cheating. More specifically, he was accused of modifying his game to give himself increased luck. Dream, for his part, completely denies these allegations, assuring his fanbase he is innocent. Many people are confused about who to believe. Understandably so, as the crux of the original argument stemmed from complex mathematics and unimaginable numbers like 1 in 7.5 trillion. The simple reality is that most people will not, and likely cannot, understand the evidence being put forth by both parties.
That's what I said.
Jumped to their own conclusion.
That's what I said. The numbers are just like, even if you don't understand the math, you can't even understand the number. Like, the number is too big to understand. So even if someone spoon feeds you the number, like, this math is 100% legit, and you believe the fucking math, even though you don't know the math, you cannot understand the fucking number. It's too fucking big.
But many
it's
people
too
are
large
also
of a number.
unsure and are unwilling to make a judgment either way. A lot of people
There's nothing in this
seem
world you
to be
can
an
compare it
expert
to.
in this area and are curious as to what my conclusion might be. Well, in this video, my conclusion...
You cannot even say win the lottery X amount of times in a row, because you cannot even understand the odds of winning the lottery once.
Is what you're going to get.
You understand?
Unlike many other channels who covered this scandal as soon as it broke, I
Impossible.
specifically waited to hear both sides of the story before even attempting to pass judgment. Too many times people have been destroyed
You
by
cannot understand
allegations
1 in a
that
billion
ended up being
chance.
completely dismantled by the defending party.
It's impossible.
Patience
How
is
are you
a
gonna
virtue,
understand 1
and
in
it's not one that many
7.5
possess.
trillion?
Even if the conclusion doesn't change, people deserve the right to present their case. In this video, I want to do 3 things. Summarize the evidence of both sides, explain how and why something like this might happen, and provide my thoughts on whether or not Dream is guilty based on my own research. I hope you enjoy.
Who is this guy, by the way? I don't know this guy. Carl.
Now, before we go on, if you look behind me, you'll notice I have some epic new posters, and they come courtesy of this video sponsor, Displate. Displate offers legendary metal posters that not only look awesome, but are also extremely easy to mount, requiring no tools and leaving no lasting
OG
marks.
speedrunner.
These artworks are created by really talented artists, and with 1.4 million artworks available, there are a ton of great options. With GoldenEye 007 being one of my favorite games ever, I got this amazing
It's a good game.
Pictures are really good, but instead created popular videos that were either funny or covering interesting topics, whether that would be explaining Minecraft mechanics or modding the game to create cool effects. By the end of 2019, he had already started amassing a huge audience, pulling in millions of views per month. But Dream didn't truly shine until 2020, where his channel exploded. Part of his success was due to a new series he started producing called Minecraft Manhunt. He marketed the videos with titles like Minecraft Speedrunner vs Assassin, and the premise is that he attempts to speedrun the game while being hunted by 1 or more human players. I think this type of marketing strategy is really good for speedrunning as a whole, as it's important to remind people that speedrunners are legitimately skilled at the games they choose to play, even outside of trying to beat games quickly. In March, Dream started submitting official speedruns to the Speedrun.com leaderboards, even attaining multiple world records. It's fair to say he is extremely knowledgeable and talented at the game. On the 23rd of June, something very important happened. Java Edition 1.16 was released. On the Minecraft speedrun leaderboards, you will notice that the leaderboards are split into 3 sections: pre 1.9, 1.9 to 1.15, and 1.16 plus. The reason each category splits these versions into different leaderboards is that the strategies that can be applied are vastly different depending on the version you play.
Wait, so he got popular because he was speedrunning and people were
better, faster strategies.
trying to kill him
This
in
is
the run?
exactly what happened. Now, players were able to barter with the neutral mobs in the nether, called piglins. Piglins love gold, and when you give a piglin a gold ingot,
Nice
it will
delay.
return
I was
the
just
favor
thinking
with a random
about...
item. There are many items a piglin can give you, but when it comes to speedrunning, we are only interested in one particular item, and that item is ender pearls. In order to understand why ender pearls are so important, we need to know the end goal of the game. In order to beat Minecraft,
I was just thinking about it, like,
these
what if they
speedruns,
just go and
we
wait
need
by
to
the
defeat
Ender
dragon.
stronghold?
The Ender
and
Dragon
fucking
resides in a separate dimension
kill him.
that can only be accessed through the End Portal. In order
Or
for an
destroy
end
the
portal to be
fucking...
active,
or
each of
block
the
the End
12 surrounding
portal
blocks
shit.
need to be filled in
I don't
with an
know.
item called
That's-
Eye of Ender. Eyes of Ender can only be obtained through crafting, and in order to craft an Eye of Ender, you need 2 items, an Ender Pearl and Blaze
Okay,
Powder.
I know this.
So without being bogged down in the specifics like food management and the collection of tools, etc., the aim of a speedrun is to acquire Ender Pearls and Blaze Powder, craft Eyes of Ender, find an end portal which is located in a stronghold, enter the end, and defeat the Ender Dragon. This is why 1.16 was so game-changing, as collecting Ender Pearls through barters with piglins is much faster than the previous strategies. There is a catch though. When you give gold to a piglin, the odds of them giving you Ender Pearls is only 4.7%. These odds aren't great. They are slightly improved by the fact that you can barter with multiple piglins, but ultimately, many runs ended right here because the piglins refused to cooperate. If you do get lucky, you can save a bunch of time, which is why the world record with 1.16 is 5 minutes faster than the previous versions. But if you don't get lucky, there is nothing you can do but reset and try again.
Huh?
Minecraft was already heavily dependent on luck factors, and this
What
new
record was
mechanic
that?
just made things much worse.
It was old as
Players
fuck.
would spend days or weeks without finishing a single run because they simply couldn't get the Ender Pearls from piglins.
Oh,
On
that
top
was
of
the
this,
previous
you
version.
also needed
Okay.
to get lucky and find a fortress within the Nether. The fortress is a necessity because it houses blaze spawners, which spawn blazes. When you kill a blaze,
I don't know
there's
what the
a
drop chance is
50%
with-
chance of dropping a blaze rod. Remember blaze powder? 1/2 of the ingredients required for Eyes of Ender? You get it from blaze rods. So the Nether is a very
50%,
special
huh?
place in 1.16. You get Ender Pearls from piglins and blaze rods from blazes, both essential ingredients to creating Eyes of Ender. The Nether was also a frustrating place, and many players voiced their dissatisfaction about how much RNG the new runs needed, including Dream, who lamented about his lack of luck. But thankfully, Dream's luck was about to change. Several months later in October, Dream would stream his attempts at speedrunning 1.16. He performed 6 streams totaling 24 hours of speedruns, concluding with a new personal best of 19 minutes and 25 seconds. Dream's streams were incredibly popular, with tens of thousands of spectators, and it wasn't just casual viewers, but speedrunners as well. One such speedrunner was Minecravenger, who holds the world record in the any % set seed category. Minecravenger is very experienced with the game, and noticed something strange about Dream's streams. Dream seemed to be experiencing very high luck, and was getting pearl trades much more often than you would expect. After noticing this discrepancy, he went through every stream and collated the data for every trade that was visible.
Wait, was that the guy who made the cringy parody video with the numbers? Was that that wasn't him, right? No.
7%.
That was some
Piglins
YouTuber.
were trading pearls at a rate of 15%.
So, but it was this
3
Minecravenger
times
guy
higher.
who...
Minecravenger tweeted out his findings, which slowly but surely began to stir doubt among players and moderators alike. If the data was true, this was extremely concerning, as consistently getting trades at this higher rate is so improbable that there could only be one explanation: tampering with the game. The Minecraft speedrunning moderators immediately began their investigation. They needed to be absolutely sure that the raw data was correct. You can't form a reliable conclusion using incorrect numbers. They needed to track every trade over a 24-hour period, and they needed to do this multiple times to make sure there were no mistakes. The final tally was 42 Ender Pearl trades out of 262 total trades, which amounts to an average Pearl trade rate of 16%, more than 3 times higher than normal. The probability of getting this many trades is 1 in 177 billion. This is already incredibly strange, but the rabbit
It is
hole
10
was
p.m.
about to
here
get
in mainland. Also Chinese New Year is in February 2021 because traditional Chinese people uses 2 forms of calendar. I love you and you're retarded. Good night.
No, I said that it's not the same thing. I rephrased it before anyone could correct me. I said 2021 in China, not Chinese New Year.
much deeper.
Wait, it is 2021 still, even though it's not a Chinese New Year, right? It's still gonna be 2021.
Given that doubt had begun surrounding the legitimacy of Dream's runs due to these improbable events, people started to investigate other random elements. Do you remember the 2 items we needed to collect to create Eyes of Ender? The first,
yes, you told us 3 times.
Were blaze
YouTubers,
rods.
I swear
when
to God.
the data surrounding the drop rate for blaze rods was collected, it showed that Dream collected 211 rods out of 305 blaze kills. This totals just shy of 70%. Given that the standard drop rate for blaze rods is 50%,
why not
the
say
probability
69%?
of having this many drops is 1 in 113 billion. It just so happened that the very 2 items you needed to collect in order to reach
Which
the
one
end
were those
were
again?
dropped at almost impossible rates. When combined, the probability of this happening is 1 in 20 sextillion. This number is so large or small, however you want to look at it, that it is totally and utterly incomprehensible. The moderation team proceeded to spend 2 months investigating and confirming these probabilities. Statistics is a complicated field, and there are some unintuitive pitfalls that can lead to some biased conclusions. They wanted to be certain that if they did suggest Dream had altered his drop rates, they had very, very good evidence. On the 12th of December, the moderation team released a paper outlining their calculations and conclusion, which was accompanied by a video uploaded to YouTube by one of the moderators, Geosquare. The paper stated that the only sensible conclusion that can be drawn is that Dream's game was modified in order to manipulate the barter and drop rates. In their calculations, they provided a final probability of 1 in 7.5 trillion. This is already unlikely, but it's also slightly misleading. This figure was the probability that anyone in the Minecraft speedrunning community would ever get luck in any variable that was comparable to Dream's. The actual probability of Dream getting this luck in the specific way he did was far, far lower. In conjunction with the release of their paper, the Minecraft moderators also removed Dream's speedrun from the leaderboard. This caused a huge public reaction, with many YouTubers covering the story.
Dude,
and
he should have gotten his other one removed too, and permanently banned from ever recording a run ever again. Like
the video
real
uploaded by
sports people.
Geosquare amassed millions of views. This forced
Like
Dream
his
to
old
respond,
run.
which he did.
All the medals.
On the 23rd
Permaban.
of December, Dream uploaded a response video,
Fucking cheaters.
accompanied by a report written by an anonymous third party Dream had hired to review the moderator's findings. In the video, Dream claimed that the moderators were wrong, and that the actual odds were much lower. The figure provided in the document was 1 in 100 million. However, again, this wasn't the probability that
Odds
Dream
were
got
lower?
this lucky,
You mean
it was
higher?
the probability
Or-
that anyone got this lucky ever. But Dream's expert didn't just extend the scope to speedrunners, which is what the original paper did. This new report considers that if 100,000 people played Minecraft, there is a 1 in 100 million chance that a single person would ever get that luck. This response paper was not received well by those with a background in math or statistics. Numerous critical and basic errors were cited, but at the end of the day, I don't think arguing about math will get us any closer to the truth. The Minecraft moderators stand by their original calculations and claim that the math Dream's expert put forth is incorrect. So where do we go from here? Luckily, there is a way we can make further progress to confirming the true odds. Now, we are going to look at simulations.
Simulations?
If you wanted to know the true probability of certain insane luck factors occurring in Minecraft, you might think we would have to play Minecraft for trillions and trillions of years and tally the results. But luckily, this isn't a requirement. The mechanics of Minecraft are governed by code, and code is all you need to accurately simulate particular outcomes. Dream played 24 hours of Minecraft and totaled 262 trades with piglins and 305 blaze kills. It might take a human 24 hours to do this, but a computer can run the exact same underlying code literally millions of times per second. Ultimately, we can, and have, run trillions and trillions of simulations to see what kind of drops we could expect. So the question is, after trillions and trillions of simulations, do we see the type of luck that Dream experienced? The answer is no. In fact, it's not even close. There are many different simulations being run by many different people, and not a single one has come anywhere near the types of rates that Dream experienced. For all intents and purposes, it is impossible to replicate what happened. The results of multiple simulations have also been cross-checked with the same math used by the
reminds me of the fucking Avengers
odds,
movie
and
with
they agree
Doctor
with the
Strange or whatever the
This
fuck
means
it's
that
called.
figures such as 1 in a million, 1 in 10 million, or even 1 in 100 million are demonstrably false. Now, before I proceed to my conclusion, I need to address the question of why a good player might cheat. Many people suggested that because Dream was good, there would be no reason for him to cheat. But the distinction that needs to be made is that speedrunning is not just about skill. It's also heavily reliant on luck. And it doesn't matter how good you are, if you don't get the luck you need, you simply can't get the time that you're truly capable of. In my experience, when it comes to luck-based games, players don't cheat to get a faster time, they cheat to get a time faster. In order to understand how slight increases in probability affect the investment required when grinding for a time, I will use an example.
I have a pretty good idea what someone who conducts a Minecraft investigation looks like.
Alright. Okay. That's good for you.
Famous world record I ever achieved was a time of 52 seconds on Damn Agent in GoldenEye 007. Hundreds of people have 53 seconds, but I am the only one with 52. But that's not because I'm the best player. In fact, there are quite a few players out there that would be capable of achieving 52 seconds. The reason I have the time and no one else does is because I'm the only person that has put in enough time to get the required luck you need. The main issue is that in order to get 52 seconds, you likely need 3 guard boosts, but each of them is pretty rare. It is so rare that I can only recall getting all 3 boosts in a single run, a total of 3 times, in 250 hours of play. 250 hours is a long time to play the same minute-long level over and over again. If it were a full-time job, it would take 6 weeks to match, and that's not including time spent researching strategy optimizations. Now, let's say I doubled the chances of one of those 3 guards boosting me forwards. The resulting probability would still be very small, and honestly, probably wouldn't ever be detected by anyone watching. But it would ultimately make a huge difference on how much time I would need to spend playing. Instead of playing for 250 hours, I may have only needed to play 125 hours. If I doubled the chances of all 3 guards boosting me, I may have only needed to play just over 30 hours. And again, doubling a tiny number still results in a tiny number, but it has massive implications over many runs. Let's assume for a moment that Dream did increase the Ender Pearl barter rates. How much time did he ultimately save? Well, given that there are multiple barters per run, the increased odds compound very quickly. On average, in order to get the same barter luck as Dream, you would need to play between 300 to 900 hours, and this is before even considering the increased drop rates for blaze rods. Hundreds of hours is a long time. But this is what Minecraft speedrunners put into the game in order to get the crazy times they do. Hundreds of hours is a big investment for anyone, but for someone like Dream especially, I would guess many of you have no idea how absurd the monetary value of those hours actually is.
That's the main
ask,
selling
why
point.
speedrun at all if you don't want to deal with
For
the
cheating,
randomness?
I guess.
Well, the simple fact of the matter is that speedrunning is fun. While many people don't enjoy the lottery aspect, almost every other element is fantastic. Video games are fun to play, and not everyone is going to be an esports pro. Speedrunning gives us a way to compete in a casual and fun way. The luck element is likely the worst part, and many people who still enjoy speedrunning just don't want to deal with it. Now, it is time to finally find out. Did Dream actually cheat? I have spent the last
I played
few
so much
weeks
Hearthstone that I've become numb, but I can see how for the standard speedrunner, RNG is really infuriating.
People were sending me pieces of information because they knew I was going to make a video.
Both my
Most of the issues
speedrun
that were
games
expressed
have
to me,
had
in my
some
opinion,
RNG,
were
quite
distractions
heavy
or
RNG
based
actually.
too heavily on emotions. I don't really care what people's opinions on Dream is. I'm not as concerned with questionable decisions Dream might have made, both in the past and in response to the cheating allegations. I also don't care to make people feel a certain way towards Dream after this video. Regardless of what I think, you should ultimately decide your own values and act accordingly. I wasn't a Dream fan, nor did I watch his content. But in my investigation, I watched a few of his videos and they were very entertaining. I completely understand why he is popular. And if anything, I see his success as an inspiration on what can be achieved. I also want to become more successful on YouTube, so it's a really good example of what's possible. But ultimately, all I can do is look at the facts. The Ender Pearl barter rates and Blaze Rod drop rates in Dream streams are for all intents and purposes mathematically impossible. Dream and his
Yeah. I don't know, the fucking speedrun versus people assassin or whatever the fuck it was called.
Anonymous expert may beg
They can
to
just
differ,
script that
but
easily.
unfortunately, their conclusions do not match with the
I haven't seen a single video of
trillions
it, but
simulations that
I could
have
assume,
already
yeah.
been performed. The math that the moderators put forth does match with these simulations, however, making them more credible. But aside from the raw math, the fact that Dream experienced these increased rates in the perfect way to benefit a speedrunner makes it even more damning. The very two items that were causing speedrunners so much frustration were the very same ones that were affected. On top of this, Dream's behavior doesn't help his case. Before these streams, Dream publicly complained and expressed dissatisfaction around these exact items. Afterwards, Dream was intentionally
Idiota!
stating that the run was
How old
only a
is he?
16th place time, when in fact it was 4th place when submitted. But even this is deceptive. Up until the
doesn't seem
very
like the
end,
brightest.
Dream's run was world record pace, entering the end portal room ahead of the
12,
world record at
12,
the time.
12.
The only reason the
It's
run
not
ended up
12.
slower
How old
was
is he
because there
really?
weren't enough Eyes of Ender already placed in the end portal, forcing him to look for more pearls. Dream's increased luck did set him up for the world record, and he likely would have achieved it if it weren't for external factors preventing him from doing so. That same misleading tweet also falsely claimed that the investigation was about whether the run had too good luck. But the run itself did not directly impact the conclusion of the investigation. The investigation was surrounding his entire 6 streams, totaling 24 hours of play. This misleading statement caused many of his fans to have the incorrect assertion about what happened. This deception can't be an accident.
Dude,
Dream was exactly aware of
he
what
had
the
the fucking
investigation was
golden
about
goose,
for 2
man.
months. Lies and deception
He
don't
could have just
necessarily
recorded.
confirm
He
someone
could have
cheating, but they do
altered
beg to
the
question
fucking
everything they say after that
stats,
point.
drop
If
rates,
you
and
publicly
recorded
lie
a video
once,
with the
next
record.
words
It's just
come out of
one.
your
Then there
mouth
could be
shouldn't
not a
trusted.
single
Dream's
fucking
response
evidence
video
against
was
him,
also
right?
misleading, but I don't automatically hold that against him. Everyone deserves the right to
Why
defend
would you
themselves,
live stream
and the
it like a
inaccuracies
fucking
presented in the
imbecile?
video may just simply come down to ignorance of the subject matter. Given all of the available facts, I believe the only reasonable conclusion is that Dream was playing on a version of Minecraft that had been altered in order to give himself an unfair advantage. The how and why are something that likely can never be answered definitively, unless Dream decides to share that himself. This is because there are multiple ways of achieving these same goals.
Oh, you
In
must
saying all of
live
this,
stream
I am not
the
ignorant of
speedruns
fact that
nowadays.
many people will ignore evidence and believe what they want to believe. And honestly, I don't really care about trying to persuade those people.
Forsen SWS, the 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 Forsen SWS,
missing
the
the epic
Forsen
conclusion.
SWS, the Forsen SWS, the Forsen SWS, the Forsen SWS. The Forsen SWS, the Forsen SWS, the Forsen SWS, the Forsen SWS.
Alright, thank you.
action was spotted and the run was invalidated. The public nature of the event will also likely dissuade people from trying to do the same in the future. What I will say is that if anyone is attacked for believing Dream cheated, this is likely due to malevolence. The evidence is so overwhelmingly stacked in a single direction that you cannot and should not blame anyone for coming to the only rational conclusion. Conversely, if someone wants to believe Dream is innocent, that is their right, and they also shouldn't be attacked. Conversation about this topic is great. After all, it's an extremely interesting story, but arguments over this particular issue don't seem to be worth the cost. As always, thank you so much for watching, you absolute legends. I hope you are having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.
He called me a legend! Nice. Very nice. Well, I mean, I think it's fucking obvious. It's like arguing about if God exists or not, kinda. I feel like if you're vouching for Dream or if you're against, like, you can't prove that 100%. You know, like, yeah, pretty much. I can. Fabian on the stream says, by ham, do you mean ribbe? Do you have that in Sweden? No, I was talking about Christmas ham. I don't know what the ribbe is. What is ribbe? Is that ribs? That sounds like ribs in fucking Danish or Norwegian. Ribbe. Roasted pork. Oh, pork belly. Oh, I know this. I know this. Yeah, I mean, I guess we have this. Yeah. I see what it is. A cool guy donated says, not sure if anyone has donated this before. The Forsen build in SC2 was mentioned a few months back. Starts at 7:45 and ends at 8:50. 7:45. This is Harston.
It's the ostrich approach to StarCraft. If you pretend that there can't be anything happening, then there probably isn't. There's a lot of good examples of this, of course. Back in Wings of Liberty, there was a Swedish Zerg player called Forsen, who invented a thing called the Forsen mutas, where he would ostriches really hard into the mid game by getting 5 bases and 10 gas without scouting, without building a roach warren, and just praying that the Protoss player wouldn't attack. And if the Protoss player wouldn't attack, this guy was the absolute best muta player in the world, because he just had like a 45 drone lead and he was always gonna win, you know? And then if you immortal in him or he did any type of pressure, he would lose the game and he'd flame you. So either way, he never had the responsibility of losing the game on himself, you know? Either he completely out macroed his opponent, having way more workers and, you know, with good mind games, or otherwise he'd just flame you. So it truly was a win-win for him. Don't think he plays the game anymore. I haven't seen him around in a while, at least.
Wow, what the fuck is this? I haven't seen, don't think he plays the game anymore? What do you mean? When is this video from? I mean, it's uploaded here, but surely he knows I stream. It's old. This looks like fucking Selnaga Tower or something, like really old shit map, but it's not. It is very much not. Oh, I actually know. Yeah, this map fucking sucked, dude. This map fucking sucked. Dream. But yeah. You gotta scouting in StarCraft. Scouting was for noobs. Alright. Show taught me that. Waste a worker that could be mining minerals? No way. No way. My cunt friend donated says some Australian states have daylight savings and some don't because politics and memes. So some are +1 hour. It's stupid, really. It just because those southern states can't accept the Queensland is the best state and that daylight savings is for toe suckers. I mean, I was more surprised that you had like half an hour time zones over there in Australia. Like there's USA have different time zones too, you know, +1 or whatever, different daylight savings, I believe too. But you have fucking half an hour different time zone. Like, what the fuck is that shit? That's just weird. Don't be weird. Why you hipsters? Camania Donut says, I've heard of visualization of the lottery in Denmark. You take a train from Copenhagen to Hamburg blindfolded. At one spot during the train ride, there will be a trash can outside of the train. You would have to throw a Danish he wrote 2 krone, like a coin. You would have to throw a coin and hit the can. I can read, but I tried to translate it. I can translate it. Alright, that's actually a pretty good one. Forget about the distance between fucking Copenhagen to Hamburg. But just a random trash can on the way, you would have to throw a coin and hit the can to win the lottery. That's pretty crazy. That's also a weird visualization. Fuck, man. When I think about it, because it depends on your fucking aim, right? Like how good you are at aiming. Trash can. But still, you would have to find out which one it is. Jesus donates and says, here you can see how Dream cheated. How Dream really speedruns Minecraft. I guess it has 460,000 views. I just watched it. Alright. Casualson on his 5 and says Casualson. Repeating, of course. Thank you. Hi Forsen, wanted to find this. You wanted to find the source of your classic lines. Here is a video completely safe to watch. You can skip through it on the second monitor.
Oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
Alright. I'm assuming it's safe since you said so. Wait, I'm not assuming it's safe. Is it safe? Okay.
But first, let me take a selfie.
Motherfucker. Stop it, Rod. Stop. Is it serious?
I don't know, Kev.
Why are you running?
That's not where fucking I don't know Kev is from.
Why are you running?
Previously on Lost.
Hello! Wingardium Leviosa.
What you talking about, Will?
Super kicker!
I say Wallace though.
My life, it's potato.
Pretty much everywhere, it's gonna be hot. Try that?
Man, I don't need a jacket.
Welcome to Uganda.
That's got to be the best part I've ever seen.
I've never seen a woman. He does not need wings to fly. Pursue. What the fuck?
You don't want immigrants, foreigners to come and take your jobs here.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that wasn't a lot of lines. Expecting more. But the I don't know Kev is wrong, and also the Harry Potter one is wrong. It's not whoever that woman is who says it, it's someone else. I think it's the tea leaf lady from like the second one or third one who gets fired. Umbridge. Yeah. With the big glasses. Or oh no, it's maybe McDonald's. McGonagall, whatever the fuck her name is. Imagine pronouncing that name correctly as a kid. I don't fucking know how to. Michelangelo. I don't know. Hey, bye bro. 20 gifted subs, man. Thank you, sir. Wow. Congratulations, boys. Did you win the dream lottery? Roughly the same odds, actually. 100 million times better odds to get a sub out of those 20 in chat right now than what he did. Plus minus, yes. Just Lucky Lol Donut says he did an almost 3-hour interview on this topic and he seems pretty genuine when answering questions. So either he's a pretty good liar or he's just lucky. Source, no need to watch. Wait, who did I fucking interview? Dream?
Test, hello? Hello?
4 days ago?
Oh, I can hear you. Oh, great. How's it going? Pretty.
Dude. Okay, so.
Hello, bitch. Yes, you, the mullet-looking Swedish meatball. Shut the fuck up. Yes. You. Shut up. My fellow Americans, Trump bucks are coming. Yes.
Oh.
Swedish people get nothing. He had an H.
Okay, motherfucker. Shut your filthy mouth. Alright. This was the conclusion I voiced at the end of this video. If I had a gun to my head and was forced to choose whether Dream cheated or not, I would say he didn't. Not with any supreme confidence, but having to choose yes or no, I would express that he did not cheat. I am also now of the opinion he is not a manipulative asshole as I expected previously. I was frankly impressed he came on to answer all my questions, which amounted to over 8 pages and 4,000 words. I came into this believing that a conversation with me would likely hurt his claims of innocence, but in the end I think the video makes him look more understandable and believable. This doesn't mean my opinion will not change in light of further evidence, but this is how things stand now. If you see any errors in the sources listed, descriptions, okay. So basically, this smaller YouTube channel got to interview Dream with questions that Dream probably, had prepared for him. Like, there's no way anyone with half a brain can make this statement, right? Let's see what some questions are.
Multiple well-renowned statisticians. So, you wrote on Reddit that you'd be hiring multiple well-renowned statisticians to contest the original results. Why did we only get one anonymous person who is technically just trained in statistics from a website that is less than a year old that looks like it was thrown together by a ninth grader 2 minutes before their project was due? What assurance can you give that what assurance can you give that you didn't simply do as you originally suggested you would do? Hire multiple statisticians, but instead of releasing all the results, simply release those that gave you conclusions you desired to present to your audience.
Yeah, sure. That's definitely a completely fair question. I will say that I reached out to two professors, so I didn't find through the consulting site that he mentioned in the report. That's not how I found him, and I actually had no idea that even existed until a day or two before the report was done, and that he wanted to use that because he wanted to remain anonymous. And I guess that was a company that either he started or one of his friends started. Or,
does it list the questions somewhere so I can?
The way I was trying to find people is I was looking at schools and going to different departments and looking at their professors and emailing them. And I emailed 2 people. Both of them replied. One of them said that he was too busy and then referred me to someone else that I didn't ever end up contacting. And the other person who replied was the guy that wrote this report. And when he replied, he said he'd be interested, and we went back and forth about it. And the reason I don't remember saying specifically that I said I would hire multiple, although that was my original plan, was to go hire multiple. But the reason that I didn't is because the video took off much more than I thought it would. It got way more views than I thought it would, and with how YouTube works, like the quicker you get out a response, the better it is, because if you can reply during the peak of a drama, then it gets way more attention than if you wait until it's died down. And so my goal was, yes, my main goal was, let's get this out as quick as possible, and then if there's problems, if there's problems with my response, or there's problems with the stats, whatever, we can discuss it later, and we can come up with another response that I actually put way more effort into and put more time into if I need to, because I cared more about, hey, I need a response to this, otherwise this is just going to spread and ruin my reputation. And yeah, so that was generally why I didn't end up going with the whole route that I wanted to. But I only reached out to 2 people. I'm sure I can prove that. I mean, I have emails. And then as for the credentials, I said on Twitter before, very recently, that I'm fine with independently having people verify. And one thing I will say to you is,
moving on to question 2. Why was no attempt made to give the original mod team or paper's authors any involvement in the second choice of the statistician? Given that there was no consultation, you have enabled the counter-argument that foul play was committed, as there was literally no one but yourself involved in the process. What is to stop anyone claiming that this author was directly paid off by you, or that you picked someone for unknown reasons to ask?
And his document as well.
We'll get to those kind of statements a little bit later. But so moving on to the next question. This, as you say, speaking more to issues of character, which is a lot of what your video focused on. I've done a lot in regards to looking at statements that you've made in the video and outside the video, and most of them are in chronological order. So the questions will continue to progress.
Is he gonna ask about the absolute fucking
2 weeks before the
insane
statistical analysis, the moderator's investigation coming to a close, so it hasn't even finished yet. You went on a rant to your million Twitter followers saying, in summary, why am I getting investigated, not others? You claimed that investigation just because you were lucky is stupid. The math has been debunked already, as far as you were concerned. If you wanted to cheat, you could have cheated offline with greater ease. The speedrun verifiers and moderators are unprofessional, have trash-talked me. They are spreading bullshit figures. The level of disrespect I've been shown is ridiculous. The mod team is biased, unresponsive, unprofessional. You conclude with, I am sick of it. They really need to overhaul their rules so top runners don't feel cheated and disrespected. In your video you released in response
Top
to the
right
investigation, you either made
Top
no
right
mention or directly
Top
contradicted
right
everything here. You however
Top
gave
right
no justification for your change.
Why I
Which
interviewed
means anyone
Dream
observer
paid
can conclude
actor.
that you were
Well
speaking
W
honestly
paid
in the
actor.
first case,
Well
and merely
W
changed
paid
your tune
actor.
because it made you look
Well
bad.
W.
As you say in your video, you really care about how you look. Can you both give a justification for the outburst prior to even the public release of the findings, and also give some...
Why do you think? We all know why you interviewed fucking Dream. Where do I see? I don't know how to navigate YouTube. Here. This is how you navigate YouTube. Alright. So this is Dream interview. Damn, that was high. Alright, 4 views though. But yes, the guy who interviewed Dream is one of the mods of Speedrun.com Minecraft runs. Well, we fucked, boys. We fucked. No, he's not. Oh, okay. Well, alright. I don't know. I just feel like if I had a gun to my head and I wanted to die, I would agree with this guy. But yeah. Alright. Let's show these boys how to really...
Why do people care about drama,
Great
about a
drinkers.
block game? What kind of world do we live inside?
I care about cheaters and them getting the appropriate